I think that number will grow. Our winds will get a little bit stronger before they start to diminish a little bit, but they're going to be with us pretty much through the day tomorrow, meaning wind chills will eventually be the issue as well. I want to address a few things that came across in our Facebook live stream that we're doing right now and on our website. You can chime in there with your snow totals if you have any questions as well. A lot of people saying they're reporting thunder snow, and a few of them said, I had no idea that that even existed. Well, when a storm develops this quickly and it gets so intense, the dynamics are so that we essentially develop thunderstorms, but since it's a cold core storm, we see it instead of rain, it's heavy snow.
Got it.
You get claps of thunder and flashes of lightning as a result as well. Also, we had a question of why I keep calling this a nor'easter. Somebody said, Brian on the stream said, I thought a nor'easter develops from the northeast and moves on in. Not the case. A nor'easter gets its name because of its strong northeasterly winds. That's why it's called a nor'easter, and this is certainly one. It is a textbook scenario nor'easter developing off the coast of North Carolina, interacting with a huge temperature gradient from the air mass that we're down in the single digits yesterday. The ocean waters are in the 70s, so that contrast there is fueling the storm as it develops and moves off to the north and east. It looks beautiful on satellite imagery here. That classic calm ahead, pulling that moisture trail in off of the ocean up and over the landmass there, bringing heavy bands of snow that continue this morning. Here's how it looks on south side up through downtown Norfolk. It's I'm about to say rain. It's snowing heavily up through the Williamsburg area. Just got a report from Terry in Williamsburg saying that they have 6 inches on the ground right now. Down along the eastern shore, Exmoor area, down through Route 13, waiting for a few reports there. Had one up in Accomack, nearly 7 inches so far. And down south side over in Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, picked up nearly 8 to 9 inches there already, and more so of the case down through northeastern North Carolina, even snowing in areas that rarely see it, right on the beach through the Outer Banks. So blizzard warnings remain in effect in all the areas in orange here. Winter storm warnings farther inland. The blizzard warnings are for the a combination of strong winds and of reduced visibility thanks to that heavy snow. And we're certainly seeing those winds. 46 in Melfa, 40 in Chesapeake. You heard Lucy and Christina say that we have over 30,000 people now in the dark, and that number continues to grow from those strong winds. 51 miles per hour Elizabeth City and 62 in Duck. If you can venture outside and give us some snowfall accumulations, you certainly can. It's hard, though, with these strong winds and snow drifts. But here's Iisha to talk about how you can get an accurate measurement.
Oh, Tim, it is rough out here this morning. Let me try to put this umbrella down so that I can sort of move around a little bit. All right, when we talk about the snow drifts and what you want to do when asking or trying to get measurements here for the snow, keep in mind, because it is so windy, you're going to deal with those snow drifts. You do not want to give us a measurement from the snow drift. So I'm just going to give you an example. There's a snow drift over here, and that's measuring about 14 inches. You do not want to do that. You want to go to where the snow is pretty much level and measure it that way, and you want to do it 3 times and take the average of those 3 numbers. Now, we've been talking about the winds. It is brutal out here. They've got a plow that's trying to plow the street, but the snow just keeps piling back up with the winds. Now, in terms of a blizzard, a lot of people think that it is the total amount of snowfall. It is not. The blizzard is mainly defined by the winds or wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour or more. And also with the winds blowing and the snow blowing as well, that's going to create visibilities down to 1/4 mile or less. And again, that will obviously affect your driving, things of that nature. So that's what a blizzard is defined by. It's not the snow totals, unfortunately. If you're going to go out, don't forget to take 3 measurements and average that number and send it to us, because we certainly want to hear your totals. All right, Tim, now when are we expecting the snow to end? It is windy. It is miserable out here.
Yeah, well, the wind will stick around for quite some time, Iisha, long after the snow departs. But we're going to see that snow sticking with us through the mid to late morning hours. The back edge of it here at 7:45 out still along I-95. It slowly progresses its way off towards the east. And as the storm center lifts to the north and east, the snow won't be as intense as we get towards 9, 10 o'clock. It'll begin to taper off from there. Then we'll be left with gradually clearing skies, very gusty winds. And with that fresh snowpack tonight, we'll see these numbers drop significantly. I think this model isn't even accounting for as much snow as we've seen. So we'll probably see single-digit lows with the wind gusts up and over 25, 30 miles per hour. It's going to feel like 5 to 10 below out there tonight with that fresh snowpack and clearing skies on top of those winds. There's that 7-day forecast. Air temperatures alone, not likely going to get above the freezing mark until Monday at the earliest, and that's when we do pop up to nearly 50. So we'll get some melting on there, and also our rain chances go up by Tuesday.